Monday, April 17th, and I'm Mark Freeman, just an American citizen. Another beautiful day here in our country. I love our country, no notes, no sense, and we're going to call this is part two of America's Adversaries. Part one should have been The Ugly American, which is what I did previously. I'm going to put it at the end of this tape if you want to see that. That'll be part one. This is part two, and we're going to talk about our adversaries, not our enemies. I don't like using that word, at least yet, even though the others call us that. And we're going to talk about China, because China is our biggest adversary. China runs everything on the other side. We have a full split in the world. Read what Xi says. I've been saying, read what he says. He puts it all in writing. He hates this country. He hates everything we stand for and wants to just put us asunder however that works. At the same time, so let's look at that economically. So they have to do their stuff economically. They're really pretty strong. They got a lot of people. They're smart people. One talks about all their demographic problem, but that's way off. And they know what they're doing. They have a lot of people. They're going to the moon. Their technology is pretty good, and they're building up their army and their air forces and their navy gigantically with incredible technology there. But what they're doing is they're trying to split off the world. They want to use the yuan. So what they've been doing over the last 5 or 6 years while they've been talking with Putin and doing his deal, Xi's smart, he's been taking over the Uyghurs and using them to do mass work and just give them a mind cleansing. And he works with Putin to get ready because he wanted to set Putin up to be his man, like an Athens, Sparta type thing, though Putin ain't Sparta, to have him go and be his enforcer that he could use, his Luca Brasi, he could use whenever he wanted to. So he's sitting there and he sits back and he goes, I want nothing to do with any fighting or anything like that. But he sits down and he starts setting things up where he starts splitting things off. So he has North Korea shooting off their missiles. He's not going to shoot off missiles right now. And at the same time, he's got Iran starting in the Middle East, while Xi is putting together Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Syria. I mean, I got to give the guy credit. He's been working on bringing his world, that he sees his world together, where we have been for many years, splitting it asunder, saying everything has to be perfect and everybody we support has to be perfect and we're just going to do sanctions. So he's been doing all this, getting ready, setting up his partners, getting everything ready with that. And now, militarily, we don't stand a chance against him right now. Understand what's going on if you're looking at Taiwan. Understand what's going on. We're fighting Russia. That's where we should be right now. Europe dealing with what's going on and doing a pretty good job of it. But Taiwan, we're talking about jumping into a fight over Taiwan. It is so far away. I mean, Europe is what, 6-hour, 7-hour flight? Taiwan's all the way out there. And we'd have no chance to get out there if China wanted to invade right away. Though I don't think China wants to invade yet. There's an election next year. The Kuomintang, the irony, the Kuomintang party has been working a little bit with Xi and talking with them, and if he can get them to win, he will bring the island closer to China and the mainland. It'll be a different world at that point, at least as far as he'll be seeing it. And of course, will we still have a real friend? Who knows, even in Taiwan. So all this is going on, and so if he went in and started attacking Taiwan, though I don't think he will right now for that reason, could be wrong. If he went in to attack Taiwan, how are we going to get our stuff there? At the same time, he's got these hypersonics. He is so far ahead of us with hypersonics. They have been focusing on their defense. They've been putting together their boats. They've been but this hypersonic technology, we're just trying to get it up. We didn't even believe it would work. He has it where he's putting it out there and he can direct it, move it, this incredibly fast stuff, where he would just probably, if he wanted to take on Taiwan, he would try to probably launch his hypersonics, go after our bases, he could hit Guam, a few others, and then attack our satellites, because without our satellites, we've got nothing. Russia's already shown they can take out a satellite. Are we defensively prepared for the satellites? No. Trump put together some Space Force, but what a joke that was. We're not ready. Are we ready to take out their satellites? Do we have a backup if our satellites are taken out? Because then we have no communications. we could get it handled. It would be like them trying to take us on in Cuba. It's their neighborhood and our neighborhood. We should be working with them on Taiwan. We shouldn't be fighting with them. At the same time, we should be getting our military ready to be prepared for all this, to be able to take care of our friends in Japan and South Korea and Australia and Philippines. Out there, we're talking Asia. So but that's China. They're ready. They're ready, and they got their buddies Russia in Africa. We'll talk about Russia tomorrow. And they are ready militarily. They are ready economically. They are giving money to so many countries on this Belt and Road thing. Most of these countries are defaulting, so they're just making these deals with them to do some type of a workout. The workouts aren't as good as ours, but hey. And they're walking around going to everybody, look how the United States, they tell you what to do. We don't. We're here. We're China. We're your friend. These guys are smart. So they're way ahead of us militarily. I believe, I'm no military expert, but when you got that kind of technology and we don't, this hypersonic stuff, we are way behind. We're not thinking about going way ahead of them. I've been talking about so many other things. We'll get back to that at another time. But we're not ready for that. And we're not ready for a two-front war. Why do we want one? These guys know what they're doing. They're lining up their parties. They're lining up their friends. They're splitting off the rest of the world from us. And China is becoming the new cool thing in the world. So watch China. Be prepared. When you hear all these guys in Congress saying, yeah, we're going to take them, we're going to do Taiwan. We would get handled. We're nowhere near ready for anything like that. And why would we be? Look at it that way. Let's see. Let's get ready. Let's get prepared. But these guys are our adversaries, and China is the brains behind it.